Who am I?
Sho'nuff!
Who am I?
Sho'nuff!
I can't hear you. The Last Dragon, released in 1985 and is directed by Michael Schultz, who's also behind such films like Crush Groove, Disorderlies, White Girl, and Livin' Lodge. And this film is starring Timac, Julius Carey, Christopher Murney, Leo O'Brien, Faith Prince, Glenn Eaton, and Vanity. And the reason why we're talking about The Last Dragon today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeff Fry. Thank you very much for the recommendation. You know, watching this film and how they are so just sucked into the world of Bruce Lee, I've realized that I have not seen a Bruce Lee film in my life. So for all of those people watching this review, take that with a grain of salt. Know how credible I am with watching this movie? Probably not at all. I'm just a random person who was told, hey, watch this film. I did, and you know, it's a movie. Let's just put it that way. This movie has its audience. It's making fun of, yet paying respect to the whole martial arts film genre, paying respects to people like Bruce Lee, but it's also highlighting black culture in New York City, and it's presenting Motown groups and Motown songs in here. Actually, one could say that this is more of a jukebox musical film than it is a martial arts film. So thank you very much, Jeff, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeff Fry and help support me, contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out just like what I did with Jeff Fry here. Leroy Jenkins Green has become one of the greatest martial artists in the world. And once his master tells him that he has no more skills to teach, he gives him the task of going to New York City to find the greatest master to study and learn from him. Though when Leroy enters New York City, he quickly cross paths with the evil kung fu master of New York by the name of Sho'nuff, who taunts and teases Leroy, seemingly getting the upper hand on him. Leroy also finds his way into the loving arms of Laura Charles, who is a famous television personality and musical artist. Well, there's some evil record producers out there who want Laura Charles to play their music videos on her shows, and when she refuses, they decide to kidnap her. So Leroy must join the party and save Laura from all of the evil kung fu Motown music video white businessmen of the city and save the day. Yeah, the story here, the conflict is pretty frickin' silly, but I believe that this film knows that. From the opening moments when we have the training montage of Leroy with his master, and the master is shooting arrows at him, but he's able to swap them out of the air because he's just so fast and he's so keen with all of his senses. You just know it's going to be a silly martial arts film from that opening scene, and I love it. But then we go to New York and we get a whole bunch of dance sequences and scenes at bars and clubs where there's just all these people just dancing, and this music is being performed, and it just keeps going on and on. It's not like an introductory to the scene, setting up the scenery, like where we're at. No, we're legit watching just live performances of music videos for a good majority of this movie, which, with the production company behind the backing of this movie called Motown Productions, I mean, what else could we have expected? It's a lot of hip and swinging songs, my guy, come on! But these musical scenes don't really play into anything with the plot and the conflict of this movie, other than establishing that, hey, there's this Laura Charles character out there who is basically in control of all of the music videos that are played on TV in New York City, and then this balding white businessman wants to put his girl, his artist, on her show, and she won't do it. That's the only reason why we have these musical scenes in here. We don't need this many, and we don't need them for this long, but that's the only reason why they're there. And it's only by happenstance that Leroy falls into the arms of Laura Childs as she's being kidnapped the first time by the henchman of the evil white balding businessman record producer. And she's like, oh boy, you're just so attractive and you're just so hot, but I can't just, you know, give myself away. I have to give myself a reason why I want you over at my apartment and basically covering me all the time. I know, I'll hire you as my bodyguard, you see? And then Timac, in his delivery here, it's very, you know, the last review that I just did was about Legend, and I talked about how Tom Cruise in that movie is really dancing on his voice, very bouncy. Everything is very light and very dancey. That's also Leroy in this movie. Was this a thing happening in 1985 where our protagonists were like, in order for me to appear very approachable and likable to the movie audience, I need to talk like this, basically like C-3PO human-cyborg relations. I hate it. Let's stop doing it. If it's a 1985 thing, I've had enough. So it turns into a side mission for Leroy, even though his main goal is to find the master so that the master can teach him to find his glow. And when I heard that, it just brought me back to the Netflix TV show about the women wrestlers called Glow. And it also made me think about Naomi from WWE, whose whole concept is glow. I can glow, and yay, I'm an entrance. In terms of wrestling, can't really do that. And then Sho'nuff shows up a couple of times, and he reveals that he's already learned the glow himself. And then we have a glow down battle between the two in the end, which is actually pretty cool. But this character of Leroy just seemed like a pushover and just didn't seem like someone I wanted to be invested in. Apparently he's the best, and now he needs to find the master to become more of the best. But he's just so naive to everything that's happening around him. I just want to slap him across the face and go, dude, she's into you. I'm more interested in a movie about Sho'nuff. When he came on screen, he was commanding, he was hilarious, yet totally badass. I want to see a movie about this character, not this Leroy Jenkins wannabe. Please tell me there is a spin-off or a sequel to this franchise called Sho'nuff. Please tell me that that movie exists. If so, I want to watch it. And don't tell me that it doesn't exist, because if you do, I'm just going to be depressed and disappointed, because that is something that this world needs, especially right now. We need more Sho'nuff. I'm going to give The Last Dragon 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I got to tell you, it feels phenomenal.
So guys, if you've seen The Last Dragon, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.